Hello, everybody. Kevin, from myself, and my vinyl. Little did I know when I chose my name, I gave myself a tongue twister every time I have to say that. But just here with another video, kind of the response to the thread from Chris Propfe's Musically Obsessed, the Feed My Vinyl Addiction. This is about the fourth time I've tried to make this video because, last couple times I tried to make it, it kept telling me that I had no more storage left on my phone. So, me being the technical genius that I am, finally figured out how to get a little bit more storage. But anyway, so his thread, it's kind of something that I was thinking about. And even I alluded to in my introduction video that I have a problem. I have an addiction. It's buying vinyl. And this past year, 2020 and into 2021, really sunk my funds and time and effort into my vinyl collection, right? Couldn't go to concerts. I like, sports, so I couldn't go to sports. I couldn't go to, doing other things. I play some hockey. I play inline hockey. That was on hiatus. So all my energy, other than my family and the projects we're doing at my house, and just my time was, other than that, my job focused was pretty much on vinyl. So a lot of the stuff you'll see in this is kind of off the beaten path, and I think that's the whole point of this, right? Actually, I was just listening to My Life in the Bush of Ghosts by Brian Eno and David Byrne. I've been kind of taking a deep dive into both of them. I didn't know that they were so uniquely linked. Brian Eno produced a lot of the Talking Head stuff, so this past weekend I was just listening to a lot of Talking Head stuff. But I digress. So anyway, so Chris Propfe put this out about, feed my final addiction. Give me some stuff that I haven't heard of before. So this is kind of some stuff that it's in my collection. It's a lot of things that I like, but I don't know that other people have really even seen or heard of. A lot of it's indie rock from 2005 to about 2011, somewhere in that era. But you can see, excuse me, I have a back catalog, and this is kind of what I was talking about. So I have a back catalog here of about probably these mailers over here, and this whole crate is stuff that while I've listened to some of it, probably half of it, I haven't cataloged it. I haven't opened some of it. I haven't even given a listen to some of it, just because time is something that we don't have a whole lot of these days in my house. So, some of this stuff, a lot of it's newer, but you'll see, some of my finds in Grateful Dead. This was a sampler, Woodstock. Here's my Talking Heads that I bought from, the recent reissues from Rhino. I found United States of America. That's a Rocky. The picture score by Bill Conti, which he did all the Rockies, which are kind of awesome. Just looking through, Mad Season, The Cure. This is some the Record Store Day stuff, some other stuff that I found, some reissues. You can actually see that in a bit. Widespread Panic, some live stuff, Dave Brubeck. As I'm going through, Metallica, even some Dave Matthews Band, the Dead Weather, Mobile Fidelity, Black Crowes, and on it goes. So, as you can see, I have a lot. Basically I have to catalog it in Discogs and, sleeve it. And I actually bought Final Storage Solutions has some of those bigger for the I wouldn't say they're gatefolds. Some of them are, but like the thicker jackets now that are coming out, you know, they had those on pre-order. I got some, and I'm kind of really waiting to put some of these records in those. But you know, here I am. I'm rambling. Like I said, this is the 4th time I'm trying to make this video, so I have a few notes. Trying to prepare for this, so it's not going to be a 20-minute video, but we're probably already into what? My phone's not telling me, but anyway. Wow. All right. So, this first one here, one of my favorite bands right now, probably the last 10 years, and this is my, if I'm going to say to start with this band, I'm going to go with Deer Tick. Okay, start with this record. It's called Born on Flag Day. It's actually their 2nd album. It's on the Partisan label. And it's something that actually can be found for, you know, around $20. So if you want to go ahead and, you know, give it a listen, it's not gonna set you back a ton of money to go ahead and buy this. So Born on Flag Day. Deer Tick is the band. This is not their current lineup. There's a few guys that have changed in and out, but the base of the band is here. I think, like I said, it's on Partisan. It's got this cool kind of, you know, tan label. Not something I've seen before, except for on this album. And basically, kind of like they're technically an indie rock band, but they sound like maybe like a 50s, early 60s garage band. Almost like a rockabilly sound, at least on this album. I can't talk. And the lead singer, John McCauley, man, what a voice. It's like this raspy, powerful, kind of hits you in the face, but then at the same time, when he pulls it back, it's like this kind of just, I don't know, it's almost like a kitten purring when he pulls it back and talk. It seems real low. He's been in some other projects, I think Little Brother and what's the other one, Diamond Rugs. But Deer Tick, their main band, one of my favorites right now. It leads off with this track called Easy, and it is a great track. It's kind of this building and building and building for like the first minute, and then he comes in with the lyrics, and he's, I woke up this morning and blah, 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 and it just goes into the song, and it's really, really kind of got just an edge and kind of a grittiness to it. It's awesome. So Easy. Some of my other favorite tracks on here is Houston, Texas. Straight Into the Storm is also a good one. So there's number 1. Profpe 1 to 5. Okay, there's number 1. All right, so Deer Tick, Born on Flag Day. All right, number 2. Number 2 also is their 2nd album by this artist, at least to my knowledge. And this is Shooter Jennings. Shooter Jennings. This is Electric Rodeo. Shooter Jennings is the son of Waylon Jennings. Okay, so he falls into that outlaw country genre that kind of was. I mean, his dad was Waylon Jennings. So, and for the life of me, right now, I can't remember Waylon Jennings' wife. I can't remember his wife's name and Shooter's mom's name. But anyway, so Shooter grew up on the back of a tour bus, right? It's been documented that, you know, he was on tour with his dad and traveling around the country and, you know, all over the place on the back of a tour bus. So his education was music. So he really has some really good songs on here. He can write some really great songs. This is with the band. They were called the 357s. So this is his 2nd album called Electric Rodeo. I think I said that, but there's kind of the record there. Really great. Electric Rodeo is the first track on it. It's really good tunes. Kind of like I said, outlaw country, guitar, a little bit of slide guitar. A little bit of that twang in there. Um, Gone to Carolina is another one track on here. That's one of my favorites. Kind of slows it down. Really nice tune. Aviators is it's kind of a dumb song. Like he definitely plays around with some of his lyrics and some of his music, and I appreciate that. So doesn't take himself too seriously. And then Bad Magic, that's kind of more, I don't know, kind of takes you on a ride. It's kind of cool song. A little dark, nice stuff. And then It Ain't Easy. It Ain't Easy. That song kind of always hits home with me a little bit. It's about his life, kind of relating it to his dad Waylon when after he died, and kind of his struggles that he is going through after his dad passed away. And I lost my dad when I was 19, so it's been about 20 years since my dad's been gone, and that song kind of, I don't know, kind of hits me where it hurts. All right. So this next record's again a little bit different. I've never seen this in the vinyl community. I actually came across this because of a streaming service. I can't remember if it was YouTube or Pandora or Spotify or whatever it was, but listening to this some psych rock, and this came on, and it just was something that was different, and just kind of, well, intrigued me. Again, oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. Shooter Jennings' first 3 albums just came out on re-release, and they've just been reissued, so you can find them, and I think they're pretty cheap. I think they're around $22, so you can go ahead and pick those up. That was Electric Rodeo. Put the O back in country, and The Wolf. Those 3 I think are all out on reissue right now, so they've been out of print for a while. Next, Kika Gagamoyo. All right, this is Masana Temples, and this is some Japanese psychedelic rock. Okay, these guys they've been around for about 10 years, but this really cool artwork, definitely kind of goes with, their whole sound. Very colorful, very bright, very light. Comes with this cool kind of faux, it's an OB, but it's, it's kind of throwback to the old ones, and I got the hype sticker here, but this is on black wax, but pretty cool label here. Whoops, losing my notes. But yeah, like I said, I just came across this because I was streaming something, and this came on, and it was definitely different. It's got a little bit of Asian flair to it, some sitar, and they do sing in Japanese. At least I think it's Japanese. They're a Japanese band. But the lyrics are kind of really harmonized with the music, and almost like another instrument. And this hype sticker kind of sums it up, and I'm just going to read that real quick. So the hype sticker says, this is on Guru Brain. I'm not sure about that label. Sounds pretty good. Pressing's pretty good. But brain rolling, dreamy psychedelia from Japan. Good for chilling, barbecuing, biking, and space traveling. So I think that kind of sums it up pretty well. So I'm not going to take this all out, but it's got some extended artwork on the inside here. The inner sleeve has got some cool artwork. It's kind of extended, and they actually have some other stuff out, and it's more or less EPs, but Kika Gagamoyo, Masana Temples, really good. This costs about $30 or so. And let me just tell you some of the tracks that are really good on here. The second track on here is called, it's listed on the black, Dripping Sun. Dripping Sun is a really cool song. It's like a 7-minute groove. Some cool stuff. Like I said, they got some sitar and some other stuff on some of the tracks. Fluffy Cosmish. Fluffy Cosmish. Orange Peel, and then Gatherings is probably my favorite tune on the whole track. So, all right. So that's Kika Gagamoyo. All right, this next one. This is the only one I've actually seen on the VC, and I've only seen it on one other video, and that is, you guys may or may not have heard this. This is the Black Angels, okay? And this is their debut album. This is Passover. This is a gatefold. This is a Newberry Comics exclusive. I think it was limited to 5, or it says 600 on there, right? 600. 600. There's a blue and a green. 2 discs. Black Angels are out of Austin, Texas. Very heavy psychedelic rock. Okay, this probably could have come out in 1969, early 70s. I mean, I don't know if this is a concept album or not, but it is very much heavily focused on the Vietnam War. First track on here is Young Men Dead. Just kind of punches you in the face. And then number 2 is called The First Vietnam War. And then the third track on here is called Sniper at the Gates of Heaven. So very heavily influenced by the Vietnam War. And it kind of goes through Bloodhounds on my trail is kind of a cool way. It's not the last track. I think it's the second last track. But yeah, and this was exclusive to Newberry Comics. I think it was originally released on Light on the Attic. And I have some other thoughts about this that I'll probably go into. But this, I bought new. This was probably, it's a limited edition. This was about $50 when it was sealed. But this hype sticker on here, this gold hype sticker, there's 2 things that they read up on, or they talk about. And it says, a mean psychedelic garage noise, heavy in the best way possible. And then the next one says, the Black Angels live for drone and crescendo, the undertow of incarnation. And that's from the New York Times. So, really cool. One of my favorites by them, it's their debut. I really heard this, and I used to drive my car all the time with this cranked up. I had it on CD, but Black Angels Passover. And then, this one, you probably heard the band. However, this is my favorite by them, and this is, let me take it out of the original packaging, because it really does have some really cool artwork. This is the Raconteurs. This is Consolers of the Lonely, and this is their second album. This came out, I think, in 2008 or 2009. I can't remember exactly when. I have it written down. No, actually I don't. 2008. Okay. It's classified as alt rock, indie rock. Jack White. They say this is a what do they call it? A super group. It's Jack White. Jack White's there. So you got Brendan Benson right here. These two kind of do all the guitar work and singing. You got Jack Lawrence over here on bass, and then Patrick Keeler on drums. So they're from all other bands. We're not going to go through them right now because we're focusing on the Raconteurs, but this is one of my favorite albums, period. This is a triple, it's a triple gatefold. Got some cool stuff. It's all black and white. There's one, and ooh. All right, so pretty cool stuff. This is another one that I would sit there and just rock out in my car. I saw the Raconteurs as my last show after Help Me Stranger came out, but this is their second album, and some really, really good stuff. I mean, if you like Jack White, I don't know how you can't like the Raconteurs. A little more, it's different than the White Stripes and his solo stuff, just because you got other people contributing. Brendan Benson does a lot of the vocals on it as well. So, really good tracks on there. You got Consolers of the Lonely, which is the #1 track on there. You Don't Understand Me, Old Enough. They do a really, really good cover of Rich Kid Blues by Terry Reid. if you know that song, but they do a really good. It's very. I feel like it's a good homage to the original, but they also put their own spin onto it. And then Carolina Drama it's just a song that kind of tells a story, and I can close my eyes and watch that movie in my mind. So, Carolina Drama, and I think that's the closing track on here. But again, Consolers of the Lonely. I know this is on reissue. I don't know if it comes in the triple gate, but this one's a little bit more because it's 2 discs, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here that I'm not going to tear out and get into right now. And then last but not least, I kind of have a bonus, and I was on the fence about showing this just because it's not something that actually you can find very easily. In fact, original presses go for over $100, and luckily the 10-year anniversary came out, and I got a couple of reissues. And I say couple because not really by choice, but just circumstances. But this is Cotton Jones, and this is called Paranoid Cocoon. So, all right, so open it up. Look how colorful that all is. There's the hype sticker on the inside. Okay, this is the 10-year anniversary, and true to fashion, this is on Suicide Squeeze, but they did a couple different variants of this, and I just happened to get, this is one of the last. It's called Red Haze. So basically it's clear with some red in it. Almost looks like kind of blood spatter. It's kind of cool. Cool label. Again, this is on Suicide Squeeze, and this was true to the label on the original. Like I said, the originals were on black wax. This came out in 2009, I think. Let's see, 2009, 2008. I can't remember. But I was lucky enough. I was looking for this. I was looking for original. And they, you know, like I said, they go for over $100. And I just happened to check out the label. I did a search on Google, and they said, 10-year anniversary. So there's a orange, there's a blue, there's a like a blue marble, there's a black, and then there's this red haze. And they did about 500 on each, I think. But Cotton Joe's indie folk music. Okay, at least that's what it's classified. It's called like indie pop or indie folk pop or something like that. You look it up. There's a bunch of different things, but basically it is Michael Now. I think that's how you say it, N-A-U, Michael Now, and his wife, Whitney McGraw. They are incredible. The way they harmonize their voices together. She has a very light and delicate voice, and he has, again, that kind of raspiness, very low. So the contrast is beautiful, and they get together and they harmonize over some keyboards, some organs, some horns, like some guitar, bass. There's not a whole lot of drums on this, at least not in the sense that they're real heavy. They're just there trying to put a beat down. But this is kind of record you can put on in the background and just, it's there and just be light and in the background. Or you can sit down with your beverage of choice and kind of melt into the couch while you're listening to it and really focus in on the music and the lyrics. Very different from some stuff that not in the indie scene, but like the rest of the stuff that I've kind of posted, shown here. Let me just look at my notes real quick, see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh, the track listings. It just starts off with Up a Tree, which is kind of a cool song. And it really showcases that harmonization with their voices and the layers that they do. Throughout the whole song, it kind of builds and goes up and down with music. Really, really cool track. Some Strange Rain. Blood Red and Sentimental Blues is kind of like one of the last ones on there. It's a little different from the other ones. And then if anybody knows one song from this, it's called I Am the Changer. And there's a couple out there floating on YouTube that There's a live version of them just singing. It's him on guitar and them singing, but you can stream it. It's really good. Again, I think everything's sold out, but if you can stream this, I highly suggest it. And if you can find a copy, pick it up. Stream it first, obviously, because they do go. Even this one right now, I think, because of that red haze, I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like $60-$70 on Discogs. So, anyway, those are my entries for Chris Propfe's Feed My Vinyl Addiction. As you can see by my backlog, I got some work to do. So I'm going to get on it, listen to some more music, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.